Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're really glad to have you today. We are extremely excited to be having this conversation, and we're excited to be having it with all of you. So, we're really here today to introduce our partnership with DiRoots and to talk about the incredible tools that they already have in existence and that we're starting to leverage now, and some of the really great stuff that we have planned for the future. So with that, I'll hand it over to you, Jose, if you want to introduce yourself.
Of course, of course. Thank you very much, Alex, for the short introduction about us as well. Today, as Alex said, we're looking just to talk about our partnership, and also more than that, we're looking to show some of the greatest features we have developed recently and already released. Some surprises as well, some coming soon features as well. In the end, showcase some of the tools. If you want, I can also start with a brief introduction about DiRoots. So I also take the step now. So in case you're not aware about DiRoots, by the way, we say DiRoots, not DiRoots or DiRoots, but whatever, you can call me, we can say DiRoots or DiRoots. I don't mind as well, okay? Just formalize that because there is always a lot of questions about how do we pronounce your name, okay? So sorry, the
Yeah.
starting point is not bad, I think. And about the history anyway, we are the 7 years old company. We made 7 years old last October. It's been exciting, definitely, 7 years. And the 7 year, the lucky year, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the most amazing year of the Roots because we have a lot coming up, as I said. We start the journey, and to finalize a short introduction, we start the journey in the UK while I was in the UK. But 3 years ago, because I'm Portuguese, in case you're not aware, probably you recognize my name, but I'm not Spanish, I'm Portuguese, because Jose is a very popular name. You pronounce Jose, but you can call me Jose, by the way, because the British used to call me Jose. I'm not Jose, I'm Jose. And that regard, we start the journey in the UK, and now we back to Portugal, and we've been operating our headquarters is now in Portugal. But in fact, we have a team in several countries. We started as a remote company, and today we have a base in Portugal, the lovely Portugal, by the way, and the lovely city of Guimarães. And yeah, we're very glad to have you as a partner, by the way, ATG, and having you as a Alex in this case as our very helpful person, which is also helping supporting our tools. So Alex, I give you back to you. Sorry.
Fantastic. Thank you. Yeah. So I am Alex. I am part of our ATG team here, and I spent about 6 years at a global design firm where I was actually a customer of ATG's. So when I had the opportunity to come over here and be part of the development team, I jumped with both feet. And so for the last year and a half, we've really been building our development group and our resources. And the most significant thing that we've done is partner with DiRoots. And the reason I'm most excited about it is because not only do they have an incredible set of tools that we're already starting, many of ourselves and our customers have been using, we also have the opportunity to do some custom development, which is really what I love to do. Brainstorming ideas with folks and coming up with these ideas to bring them to reality, and having the team with DiRoots has been nothing but incredible. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into some of our slides.
Oh, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Anyway, and to start, we're going just to, in the first slide we have today, or the second, sorry, we got just a highlight of the 4 major tools that we have today. We have one more, but we're not including. We focus today on the Revit side, but we have some exciting news as well. I'll leave it for you, Alex, at the end, for about other tools outside the Revit side, okay? So, but today we're going to talk a little bit about DiRootsOne. Let me just even bring the highlighter as well, so, okay? Probably helps to guide us, okay? So we're going to talk a bit about DiRoots and DiStem. On these 2 tools, which in fact, DiRootsOne is the most popular tool of all times in Revit. Even if you go to Autodesk App Store, you will see that. Well, wait, there's another one, but it's not really. But anyway, that's a different story. Maybe we can talk about that story at a time. And we're going to talk a little bit about these times. So on the other side, the ones are not going to mention on the next few slides is Pro Sheets. It's an amazing and even considered the most editing tool for Revit. If you never try, you need to try. It's a very simple tool. But why people love it? Because you can batch export, views and sheets in several formats, and one of the most powerful things we have is that this custom file name. We got much more. Even recently, we have launched a lot about other new features and functionalities to this tool. But I'm not going to detail. But believe me, this is one of the tools has been considered the most addicting tool. If you never tried, you should try for sure. Mm-hmm. On IDS, IDS, I won't give a lot, but IDS, I don't know if you know what IDS means, is the information delivery specification from Building Smart. Is a new schema that is gaining a lot of popularity, especially in Europe, in Asia, and even South America. Recently, I find out in Brazil is starting to also to use IDS. So it's focused on that, and it's also, to export IFC models, okay? So I'm not going to speak today about this tool, and over the next two slides, and Alex, please feel free to interrupt me. You know me already. I talk, so you can stop me, yeah? Yeah, jump in whenever you want to say something else. No, about DiRootsOne, and as I said before, the most popular tool of all times, and now, of course, our very popular tool as well in-house, where we can see. In fact, in case you don't know, DiRoots, has over 400,000 Revit users, and I can tell you that 300 was at least DiRootsOne Revit users. Okay, today with DiRootsOne we got the sheet link, which in fact was our first link, first tool, but we released on DiRootsOne. And it's a very popular tool because you can import, export, spreadsheets, information from two spreadsheets. Also, is integrated with the Google Sheets, and also they have another further integration, second integration with Morta, which is another application, which I'm not going to talk about that. But on Family Revise as well it was a second. In fact, they are in the sequence that we create these tools. Family Revise used to be initially a tool just, let's say, a tool to help you to rename families very, very quickly. If you haven't tried, please have a look. Like I said, I'm not going to give you details, otherwise we won't have time for this half an hour. We got one filter, again, another very powerful tool, for data filtering inside Revit, in this case, non-graphical data, okay? We got another table gen, and another also one of the highlights of DiRootsOne, essentially because it allows people to bring Excels again. Recently we integrate PDFs and Word. You should have a look on this. Table Gen, latest release we did, and you can bring all these data and import inside Revit as drafting views, or I forgot schedules. In some cases it depends, and I forgot another one, but there's a jump on SeatGen. On SheetGen as well, we can allow users to automate the drawing production. So you can create, drawings based on a predefined template. Or for reordering, we got is a renumbering tool, so we can renumber, reorder any objects almost, graphic inside the model categories objects. We got also Paramanage is one of the most loved tools as well we have for all users, because it was one of the first of its kind, in fact, inside Revit, which you can do amazing thing with parameters, as you know, using the traditional workflows from Revit can be very painful. We got Point Kit. It has a story, but let's not talk about the story of Point Kit. It's more focused on the point clouds. It's a very simple tool, but it has some of the functionalities people love, like you have the ability to hide and show point clouds with one click. You have the ability to, for example, to select small parts of the point cloud, export, for example, and bring these inside the Revit family, so you can then create these, objects from a point cloud, which always hard. I admit, I know as well. And quick views. which was a tool we launched last year, mid last year, I think. It's a great tool when you're looking for creating elevations or sections from rooms, spaces inside Revit. That is a tool you must use. Believe me, there is, I don't think a lot of people know this tool a lot. I think we need as well to showcase a lot about quick views. It's a very powerful tool. You will save a ton of hours especially if you are architect, because, or even sometimes an EP, when you need to create these old sections for inside the room or elevations, that's a tool to go. One parameter is a tool for non-graphical data, essentially again, and it was created to simplify the needs of the user as well. It's a very simple tool. For example, when you want to select a parameter and all these type of instance, you want to change, add prefix, suffix, erase the data, because I came across in the past, for example, which the client wants us to erase all the data. In this case, the mark that is as annoying parameter in Revit, if you're going to say that way. And yeah, he has some powerful abilities. It's a very simple tool, but I believe as well we can make some improvements as well. We've got something coming up, but I won't say that. Okay, I can tell you we got 2 more tools. Alex, go.
Little teasers, yeah. So the beauty of DiRoots as a user, before I was able to be a wonderful partner with them, is that all of the documentation that they have is incredible. The videos and tutorials, the written handouts, it's not just, one YouTube video that explains how these tools work. They have tons of searchable written context as well. So I've added that link to the chat. I'm also going to be posting one for DiStem when we get closer there. So for more of these specific questions, wanting to dig into these tools, please feel free, go to the DiRoots website now as we're talking about all of this and click around. There's so much information, so many GIFs, so many options for you to find the information that you're looking for. And of course, we can absolutely have a conversation following this too, because these tools are pretty incredible. So with that, we can go ahead and go on to our next
second. Yeah, like I said, I promise, and we were going to talk DiStem. DiStem is not yet a very popular tool. I don't think, again, we've done a good job exposing this tool, but we are now going to expose. This tool has a different, let's say, a goal, because we create very specific rules for very specific needs, okay? So as an example, you understand very easily why I say that. For example, you got this properties mapper, what you can do, and I will give you more examples, more specific examples. This is a great tool, for example, when you want to extract some specific data. I give you one real example. If you are structural, or even if you are MEP, and for example, you want to extract the coordinates of some specific elements because you need to report this data somehow, that's the tool to use. You can select and you can convert these and extract this data to another parameter, okay? The model cleanup, as I think is quite obvious. It'll help you to clean up all the data, unnecessary data, like create, remove sheets. For example, when you need to deliver your model, you want to clean up all unnecessary data, unused views that are not placed on views. That's the tool, and much more. The revisions cloud remover is a tool, is a special tool, and I tell you what, it's been technically designed to remove the revision clouds and the revisions that we lose sometimes a track. That's a tool when you're struggling. Oh, what is that revision? Why can I delete this revision? That's a tool. That's why we created. In fact, we done this in partnership with an Irish company as well. That they came across that channel several times, and as a Revit user, I know that one, and it's very annoying and it's very useful. The 2D and 3D measure tool, I tell you, is probably today not relevant tool. When we launched this tool, there was nothing inside Revit. Today, Revit, Autodesk Revit has created a similar tool. So I admit that. But on the other side, moving to the next one, when you need the GTLF and GLD, I think, I forgot now, apologies if I'm pronouncing wrong the second file format. You can use that tool, to export as well. It's very used as well, for example, for many parts of animations. People want to export the GTLF a file, outside and use. The CAD manager, we're going to talk a little about this tool, in one of the next slides, if I'm not wrong. And on this tool, we have two major, let's say sub tools. One is about helping to managing, the layers inside, Revit with a more friendly, user-friendly way. In fact, and also the CAD tracing, which I will be more specific in the next slides, or one of the next slides. Product standards, again, is transfer product standards. I'm not going to tell you, that as well. And the thumbnail generator is when you want to create, for example, image from your families, you can generate that with this simple tool. The new one as well we launched recently, and I'm going to talk as well, is the parameter link, okay? I will be more specific in the next few slides, okay? Do you want to say anything, Alex?
I think we're good. Yeah.
You're good.
Just again,
Let's go.
Yeah.
Go on. You're good. Okay, so on the CAD tracing, which is part of CAD Manager, we create, and in fact, this tool is progressing. We have more plans to put more, let's say, more features or make this tool even more powerful. The idea of this tool was, for example, is to help people to remove the links, the import card or link cards. I don't like to say import card because one of the things I don't suggest, never
Don't
suggest.
import, yeah.
Exactly, but anyway, I don't want to go in politics. Not now. But anyway, so what we try to do with this CAD tracing is to help people that they use, of course, still use 2D files, in this case, DWG files. And so they can, automatically trace. This is the idea tool for, if you want to have the details, that you want to convert these CAD detail, old CAD details that you are still using for, years. I know it works. And you can bring this tool and you will convert these CAD lines, and create, I won't say the convert, they will create new lines, new Revit lines, okay? This tool as well, essentially the moment only support detail lines and field regions. It doesn't support text, okay? So I tell you, but it's one of the small functionality you want, not small, I will say speak, but we want to incorporate in one of the next release. So one of the things we are and we're going to invest is to bring out stability. So when you bring this CAD detail, you will be able to convert everything, or except at the moment text. But we will bring that. The reason we haven't done yet is because we need to allow you, provide you more and more options, because I know you're going to be specific, and that's why we have to leave that for the second phase, okay? Then with these views, you can, of course, create, when you convert these, you can automatically create legends and drafting views, okay? So simple, you bring the card, you select the card, you select the layers, then you convert to Revit elements, in this case, detail lines and field regions, and then you just insert these what you create now into a new legend and a new drafting view. Simple like this, a great tool, very useful, and again, it's going to be better soon, huh? Oh, I forgot the video. Sorry, guys. I forgot to play the video while I was talking. I could give you that. Yes, that's why sometimes I don't like, to have these stops.
A suggestion too that a nice option would be able to import solids from CAD. And then another question was asking 2D or 3D, and they're saying 3D solids could be a cool thing. So this is exactly what we love, everybody. If you have an idea, we want to hear it. We want to build and improve and enhance all of these things with what you actually want and need. So we very much so are receptive to sharing any and all ideas.
That's good. The important for these solid cards, I'm not so sure, because especially it depends on geometry.
Yeah, messing with geometry does get a little complicated sometimes.
Yeah,
but it's absolutely
but it's a good
something
idea
to jot down. Yeah,
it's something we need to look into as well, especially more simple geometries. Probably in complex ones, it could be tricky. But it's something for sure. Yeah, maybe. And it's something as well. The only thing that I'd say, he doesn't get the, okay. But anyway, moving forward, definitely is a good idea. We need to look into that. There's nothing is impossible. And I think you show now the video. I think that's over, because I was making notes. Sorry, I was making notes. But anyway, let's move on and just track it. Oh, we only got 10 minutes. Sorry, guys. So the next one is the parameter link, and while let me just click as well, so you can see the emotion as well, so you can see what is happening. The parameter link is a very simple tool. Anyway, when you want to combine data, for example, in this case, what you create, we have three parameters. We're going to combine the three parameters in one. So the data of three parameters, non-graphical data of three parameters, it will combine into one. It's a very simple tool, useful. Of course, it's an advanced tool. It's for advanced users, the ones that want more, simplify. It's a great tool for example, when you're using schematics, diagrams in Revit, you can combine data, you can create this link between data. It's a simple tool, as you see for the video, but very powerful and very advanced as well.
And you'll see that consistency across all the tools. We're really making a concerted effort for everything to be consistent and user-friendly and actually have what workflows, excuse me, and tasks that the end user actually wants to do be accessible in these tools. So looks like.
So I was just waiting to finish because I want to move on. I got plenty of times. Don't worry. Anyway, it's just a question of we book for half an hour. But you see, he's repeating again the video. Not. I don't even know if he's repeating.
We do have a question asking about bringing back the P2B tool, the one that would automatically create walls from point clouds. Is that something we're planning to? He says, PJ, you're gonna have to just hold on to that one. Maybe we need to do something together. We'll have to come up with an idea.
No, Alex, I don't want to expand because it's a big one. I can tell you, we spent like over a year. At that time we have 5 people working this tool full time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was out of our league, okay, at the moment.
Point clouds, they can get a little
we
messy.
managed to get some, wall conversions for sure. We have a problem with accuracy, I admit that. And then the problem with these was that we need to invest a lot in the infrastructure side, which means you need to rent these powerful super machines in the cloud, which we didn't have the capacity. Believe me, it was quite expensive. That's why it's still one of the holy grails of the industry. Remember that, guys? Everyone's on that. Anyway, I could give you a bit more details, but again, let's move on. Otherwise, we don't talk. Now we got some exciting stuff. I told you we got this is the first teaser. In fact, the first release of this new tool is coming up. Is one of the tools for DiStem. We call Style Sync. And even you know a bit about this one. Alex, you want to jump in?
Yeah. So Style Sync, and I saw this question get asked earlier in the chat. Will there be something comparable to Type Swapper? And that is what we've created here. So this is being tested by our teams now, and it's going to be coming very soon to everyone. And as you can see, it's going to accomplish the things that we're looking for when we're wanting to set our styles. And the synchronization across it is going to allow us to drive that consistency more. And this also will allow us to clean up those styles from right here once we've converted them to, or mapped them to the appropriate style. So again, it's an area where you can go in and accomplish all the things that you need from this one window. So hopefully that is some exciting news for a handful of the folks asking about that in the chat.
Yeah, just to finish about the coming soon. Like I said, we got 2 new tools coming up very soon for DiRootsOne, but this time I will let for the next talk. Which will be 5 anyway. So moving on. So also to introduce a little bit about our other service, more than just creating tools for everyone. We also create specific tools for specific needs. Okay. In fact, that's the way we've been monetizing over the last few years, and one of the ways we support the free tools. Okay. So we do. Let's say I will summarize. We can do anything, okay, when it comes to software development. The only thing we don't tackle is cybersecurity. This is something that we don't want to tackle for sure. But we can help you in developing web applications, standalone applications, any kind of software installations. Of course, custom plugins, regardless if it's Autodesk, Bentley, Alix or ArchiCAD, which are our partners as well. And even we can, in fact, we can do anything, even help you to create new products, new tools. I meant products as well, just not tools, okay? If you know what I meant. Yeah, and moving on because we're running out. I'm bringing here anyway 2 exciting, of the custom tools we did. In this case, Revit specific. This is one, which I will even put the video running because this is amazing. Can you listen to the music, by the way?
I don't think we
Can
hit
you?
music. Yeah,
Okay, that's
no.
good. Only me. Okay, it's a nice
Yeah.
music, by the way. I can dance. But anyway, so with these two, what we did, that was we made for the Brazilian client, which in that time they used to do all these that you see manually. Oh, this is a block work, the machinery work they do. But that's this next, what you see now, this what I call magic. What happens is we have decided with the client, the workflow they will do the first two layers of blocks, and then we will automate everything. But this is not a simple automation of simple block as you have seen in many, many tools out there, commercial tools. That has been designed to deliver almost all the work. We're talking here with about over 80% time savings, comparing to traditional workflows. You see, in a few seconds, that they will take a lot of time. It depends on how advanced it will be, but we will build all the walls, but not just the walls. Even, as you see now with the placing the grouts inside of the specific memories, and after that, we do the dimension. Everything you see is also done. The grout is this small rebar that you can see, and I think in this next part you can see it. It was placed as well based in the rules, and in the next part you will see now, which is again the same like in this case. You will see also detailing this part as per the client specifications, as the way they want to show the drawings, which is coming up very, very soon, I think.
Yeah.
Let me see the duration. I can't even see the duration coming up.
So as you can see, we have tons of options and ways that we can support your team with whatever your workflow is. Really, how we like to approach this is having that brainstorming session with your team, actually understanding what it is you're doing now and what it is you want to be doing in the future. And sometimes that means there are tools that already exist. So we'll help your team implement those through training or adapting your workflows in some way to incorporate those tools. But like I had said before, this custom development stuff is some of my favorite, where we can brainstorm and ideate more ideas to push the software even further. And that's something that we would love to work with all of you on. If you have these ideas on how we can enhance these things, how you can improve your workflows, those are the conversations we are super excited to have with you as well. I know we only have a couple minutes left, and there were a couple questions in the chat. So maybe if we can address those real quick. There's a question about style sync handling line styles that are part of detail groups. That might be one that I need to circle back with the development team on, since it's a specific. So I will make sure that information is made available after this call. And then there's questions about any further development on the MEP tools that we have kind of hinted at. We absolutely know that there is a need for the MEP space to have some of this. So yeah, as you can see, we have lots of experience in that area. We have lots of ideas, and we have lots of folks like yourself coming to us with ideas that we're ready to make some improvements on. So with that, there's more to come. This is definitely just a teaser webinar. We went through that 30 minutes real quick, but as you can see, there's so much great stuff. So please reach out, ask all of these questions. Let's stay in contact. There's so much more to come for all of us. So I know we only have like 1 minute left. Is there anything you wanted to wrap up and say?
I won't probably say much. I will just to showcase this tool, which is a small part, is a custom tool we made for our Australian client. And I think what I missed the second. The second, by the way, the second should be automatic dimensioning. Okay, which apologies for that, but I will correct the slide. But like you said, definitely we have some ideas for MEP tools just to emphasize that part. In fact, we have something on the pipeline already. It's a new tool. It's a brand new tool. Like we also have ideas for structural tools. Okay, so and it's something that we'll probably launch over this year. I can't promise that will be in the first half of the year, but definitely you can probably expect some stuff, new tools outside. What in this case, structures and MEP on the second half of the year. Okay. All on that, because believe me, we're going to make some great tools. You will love it. Just if you already know us, you will love our tools.
Yes. All right. I think we did it. We made it right to the 30-minute mark. So again, please continue these conversations with us. Reach out on LinkedIn, reach out to your ATG account executive, reach out to me and to say, like, we're here to have these conversations, and we're incredibly grateful for all of your time today. So thank you so much, and very excited about the year to come.
Thank you all. Okay, have a great day. Okay,
All
take
right.
care. Bye bye, Alex. Thank you very much. Bye bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Hey there, thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of the other content on our channel.